are the best maps of Season 7. Every season, I put out a build challenge based on the season's theme. This season's submissions were insane. I literally got 500 or 600 entries. I like to split up this video into categories, and we've got aliens, Rick and Morty, a DC category, and a couple of random ones. Before we get into the categories, you have to see this. Now, I want to show you something really cool about this submission by Astromello. One of the reasons I started this competition in the first place was so that your maps and creations would be seen by more people. Now, Astro made his own version of the live Chapter 2 Season 7 event. There's some really cool things in this whole video, so you should go watch it. But what I really want to point out to you is the fact that there's over 179,000 views on this video. That's insane! So many people have seen Astromello's creation now, and Astromello already has over 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, so now they can definitely go and apply for a creator code. Okay, let's jump into all of the builds. Let's start by looking at the Rick and Morty category. We all know that the Rick skin is in Fortnite and the Morty pickaxe is too, and you guys really took this one to the next level. A lot of you, and I mean a lot of you, rebuilt Rick and Morty's house. Yes, I know that I did it as well, but a lot of you wanted the chance to build it in your own way. I loved seeing all of the different ways you did it, whether it was more realistic or more cartoony. I also loved the additional details you guys did with either doing an interior of the house, adding in the spaceship, or putting sculptures of Rick and Morty and their other characters around them. Some of you got really creative and pulled in different episodes. How can we forget Pickled Rick? Pickled Rick was a common theme in this build challenge. Wubba lubba dub dub, right? And I loved this music block map by Jan Go, who recreated the evil Morty theme. Take a listen. Yes, Rick and Morty get a little dark sometimes, but your builds really show the fun side of the Rick and Morty theme, and I absolutely loved it. I wish I could include even more images, but there was a few maps that actually had some codes with it, so let's check those out now. This map is purely an artistic build, but you can definitely jump in and see it yourself. Enderbright always blows me away with his insane sculpting skills. This map by Chirpy, I don't really know what to say about. It's a live event he made of Rick and Morty. You start on the world that Rick goes to poop privately, and then they show up and you get warped back to Rick and Morty's garage, and then you get warped back up into space where you witness a little battle in space and you get warped to the end of the map. It's actually really hilarious. You guys need to jump in and play it. It's great. I really love this map by Dreamska Peeps. You go on this awesome adventure trying to find parts that can repair Rick's ship. My favorite part is when you find the screaming sun, which looks absolutely incredible and just makes me laugh every time I see it. Once you get through everything and escape the zombies, you repair his ship and beat the map. It's a short but really fun little adventure. Now, you all know I built Rick and Morty's house, but Just a Frog had to one-up me. Not only did he build the house, he built the entire neighborhood around it, the spaceship out front, and you can go inside the garage. So if you thought my build was good, make sure you go and jump into this one. Next, we have the DC category, which had a little bit of Batman, but it was dominated by Superman, where Superman grew up. The Fortress of Solitude in all of its glory. The Hall of Justice was built multiple times. And yes, the Daily Planet. The Daily Planet was built so many times. It was even attacked multiple times by Brainiac. And yes, Lex Luthor got his day in the sun as well, but poor Krypton still got destroyed. Okay, guys, let's look into the maps that have codes. MK Starfighted recreated the Batman 0 Point comic series in creative mode. Like, this is a really cool little adventure map. I'm Banana Batman in this case, and I'm going through all of this complex to figure out what's going on. There's lots of really cool things, and I love the ending. It reminds me of the comic, which I didn't read, but I saw some highlights of. Go and play this if you like those comics. I made the Fortress of Solitude, and I was a little bit confused about this map. I don't really know what this robot guy out here is, and we've got alien ships, which are awesome. He did a great job recreating this. But there's also an X-Wing. Last I checked, X-Wings weren't a part of Superman, but when you go into the fortress, I was also confused about what the items were around it, but there was a button I could push that showed me what it was, and it all started to make sense. This is a great build, really cool. Go check it out. Now, usually I don't show 2 maps from the same person, but Jaime outdid himself on this one. He made a Green Lantern world that is absolutely amazing, and I was shocked when I saw this. Whoa, 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 guys, check this out. Every time I charge my bow, look, watch this at the top. All the green lights flash. Has that been around for a while? I have never seen that. That's crazy. So be sure to go and play it. It is absolutely stunning. Welcome to Metropolis City, hero versus villain free-for-all. It's made by Super Hiffen Spam, and it's actually really cool because you can choose if you want to be a hero or a villain and which one. I recommend choosing Lex Luthor because he's got all this crazy loot. At the Daily Planet, you've got Lex's Tower and all sorts of other points of interest. It's just a cool map to run around and be Superman or be someone else. Now we take a trip to Arkham Asylum. This is where all the bad guys stay that Batman catches. You've got the Joker, you've got Scarecrow, you've got Poison Ivy and Mr. Freeze, and a whole bunch of other cells for all the other baddies. I actually really appreciated this build. I thought it was really cool and unique, and I'm glad that Sleep Agent made it. This is so good. Now, what about Loki? Not a lot of you built Loki stuff, but a few of you did, and you all killed it. This isn't a huge category, but I had to give it justice because I love the show. Now it's time for the random category. These are builds that didn't really fit into any one category, but definitely still had to do with the season. A few of you built stuff for Gujimon, almost enough for his own category, but not quite enough. I loved these recreations of the season poster, the Mecha Team Leader coming back into the item shop, a remake of the island itself, Thanos build makes an appearance, and Dr. Sloan herself. Even the Foundation got a build, but Coelho Aloha blows us away once again with Megamind. And we even got a World Without Danger song. And now for our final and most anticipated category of the build competition, aliens. The biggest category by far of the entire Season 7 build challenge. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of submissions. I wish I could include every single build you guys submitted, but it was impossible because there were so many UFOs. Literally like 300 UFOs. There were some really cool submissions with crop circles. The War of the Worlds aliens, I mean, just look at this. It's spectacular. And even E.T. made an appearance. Marvin the Martian didn't want to be left out, and of course, the aliens from Alien. Abductions abounded, and we even had our very first cinematic submission ever. Encourage all of you guys to go and look through my Discord of all the submissions and even look at the hashtag on Twitter. There were so many awesome submissions and you guys really need to go and look at all of them. I just can't show them all here. We had a ton of people submit codes in this category, so we gotta get into it. So let's jump into those now. This is Chimera's Domain by MyCal Gaming. It's a really beautiful alien city with this awesome centerpiece right in the middle. I wasn't sure what to do at first, but I eventually found that there were little mini games where I could get money to buy a fishing rod, to get fish so that I could feed these little baby aliens. They would give me money for giving them food, and then I could buy cards to get access to other cool areas on the map. I really thought this was a beautiful map and it's really well done. You should go and check it out. This is Alien Domination by Kal-El. This may be one of the most impressive maps I've seen this season. The alien ship is absolutely immaculate from top to bottom. You spawn in this area where you can get looted up, and then you head out to the main part of the map where you can fight against another team and you capture the different different areas. This would be such a fun map to play with other people, so make sure you go into matchmaking to play this map. Well done, Kal-El. This is the TARDIS from Doctor Who by Max Liano. I loved this take on the competition by taking something that Max loved and making it into creative mode. I would never have imagined someone would have made the TARDIS, but he did a great job. You can explore the ship, and then you can fly to space, take a look around, or fly back to Earth. It's a fun little map to jump into. I think you should. This map is called Are They Here Yet by Moss. It's a really fun horror investigative type map. You're out in the middle of a crop circle, you get abducted by aliens, and then you have to figure out how to get off the alien ship. It's really dark and really creepy, and you may run into some monsters on the way. There's some really cool effects in this, and I really love the end when you have your reference device laying on the hospital bed. Really well done. This is an amazing map made by OL Ghost, and it is a gun game, but man, it just looks so cool. I don't know what else to say about this other than it just looks amazing, but I felt it fit perfectly into the alien category just because it was so cool, and I bet this would be really fun to play with a huge group of people. Welcome to Endgame Rumble by TNS Studio. This is a recreation of the final scene in Endgame. You can choose who you want to be in this rumble, and then you can go out and fight against each other. This is a fun little role-playing map and just a place where you can feel like you're at the end of Endgame. This is a really cool map by Stealthmar that reminds me a lot of like an Among Us map. There is one alien who has escaped, and the other people's job is to fix the prison and recapture the alien. There's a bunch of different things you can do on the map, while the alien's job is to kill you. There's a lot to this map. There's even some Star Wars ships, cows, pigs, and all sorts of things. Go play it with your friends. Hide and seek maps are always really fun, and this one by Relic is really awesome. It's in Area 52, and there are so many hiding spots. I love that he's put arrows all over the place so that you know where to hide, and there are all sorts of areas and places to explore. This is a really cool map. You definitely need to jump in and check out everything here. Impact Extract by Z-Bird is a very unique mini game. The first person to pick up the jewel and return it to the extract area wins the round, but obviously that's gonna be hard as everyone's fighting over the jewel. This is a great one for a bunch of players to jump into, so get your friends and go and play it. Alien Parkour Wars by Kabreem is probably my favorite of the maps with codes. It just has a great combination of character design, level design. I love the unique feel of this map. You're basically in a race against a barrier through a ton of parkour levels, and the further you get, it increases your loot. So I got as far as getting blue loot, and then it throws you into a free-for-all area where you can fight against the other people that were racing in the map. Really unique idea, really well designed, and I just love this map. I really can't say enough about every single submission that's been put into this competition. If your submission didn't get put into the video, don't give up. You're all amazing builders, and the more you practice, the better you'll get. I can't wait for Season 8.